If I had $1 for every time I heard someone say, it wasn't a big deal. Why are you making such a fuss after cheating? Today on our space, don't allow yourself to be a doormat no matter what. Up first, it's never the strong, silent types you have to worry about. It's the high school sweethearts. Would I be the a-hole for divorcing my wife after she cheated after her parents died? About a month ago, my wife's parents both died in a car crash. She has been an emotional mess. We live in her hometown, so we have been seeing her family and friends often. I've been supportive in any way I can. I've taken care of all the household chores, and I've been there for her every day. Here's where things get messy. She has an ex. Let's call him Luke. Luke is not just her ex. Luke is still friends with her and her first love. They were high school sweethearts, and Luke was almost like another child to her parents. The death of her parents affected Luke a lot, too. Honestly, I didn't initially like the fact that they were friends, but I trust my wife and moved on from that feeling. A few days ago, my wife said she was going to go out with her family. I told her I could go with her, but she insisted on going alone. She didn't come back until the next morning. I tried to call her and call her family members, but no one knew where she was. When she did come back, she was a mess. I asked her where she was all night. She told me she effed up so much. I tried to calm her down and told her to just tell me what happened and that it's okay. She can talk to me. She said she slept with Luke. I didn't react much. I told her I need some time to think. She has apologized so many times now. I did eventually ask her what happened. She said she met up with Luke, and they were both messes. They reminisced about her parents, which led to them remembering their relationship. They were both drinking, and it just happened. I'm so conflicted right now. My wife is probably going through the worst time in her life, but I don't think I want to be with her now. I'm furious at her. Okay, let's get some comments. First up, honestly, her saying no to you coming makes this seem pre-planned. The next person says, right? If I'm grieving, I would want the person I love the most to come and comfort me. My husband would want to grieve with me. Yet another point made, she decided Luke is that person. Followed by, I lost 3 family members, including both parents, very close together. Absolute rock bottom grief. Did not betray my marriage vows. She left you at home because she wanted to be with Luke. You'll never not know that she chose him in her lowest moment, not the a-hole. Someone else follows with, there's a lot of accidents that can occur when grieving. Taking up smoking, drinking as vices to combat pain, falling on ex's dick is not one of them. Yet another comment says, not the a-hole. It was never an accident as it seems she planned a night out with this guy. Choices have consequences, and I could understand if your trust in her is broken. The OP replies, from what I know, she was with her sister for a while, and some friends, including Luke. My wife excused herself, and her sister said she didn't know where she went and assumed she went back home. The commenter replies, what stands out to me is, you tried to be there for her, and she preferred to go alone. In the end, she wasn't just out with family and chose to find comfort in this guy. I would consider the reminiscing an excuse. Overall judgment, not the a-hole. Grief is tough, but there are better ways to cope than making that kind of mistake. One would be more forgiving if she accidentally ran over the family pet with a lawnmower. For real. It's supposed to be in sickness and in health and whatever else. Not running into the arms of another person when you can't handle what life throws at you. Update 4 months later. These past few months have been a very turbulent time for me. I actually forgot I posted this. I do thank you all for your support. We are getting divorced. Shortly after my post, I moved out of our place. My wife has messaged and called saying she's sorry for sleeping with Luke and promising she would never see him again and she would never do this again. Part of me does believe she's being honest, but it doesn't matter. I look at her and all I feel is pain in my chest. Even if I were to forgive her, every time I see her face, I just want to yell at her. I had to hold myself back from calling her an effing whore and telling her I effing knew her relationship with Luke was gonna be an issue. Still, I haven't done that. I figured staying calm in class is the best way for the divorce to go my way. We're still going through all the proceedings. She's been dragging this on. I don't know. I can't really say I'm happy or at peace, but I'm moving forward or at least trying to. Honestly, not much to say. Let's get a couple more comments. First up, not the a-hole. Cheating is a major betrayal, and it's understandable that you're still hurting. You're doing the right thing by prioritizing your own well being. Focus on healing and moving forward, even if it's one step at a time. Someone else says, second this. OP's wife is going to drag this on as much as possible to try to ensure there's a chance for reconciliation. So ensuring that he is fully okay is going to be paramount. Hopefully, he takes on a new hobby or something of said sort to try to lift up his spirits a bit, wishing him nothing but the best. Moving forward, even if it feels like a crawl, is the only way out, OP. You're getting a divorce, and soon enough, you'll be past all this mess. Keep your head up, my dude. What do you think? Up next, when spending time with the girls turns into playing with fire. To her, it was just playing. A month ago, my wife, 42 female, left her WhatsApp session opened in our shared computer. I, 50 male, was working while she was out with our daughters, 4 and 7 years old, in the park when I decided to turn on the computer notifications because I was waiting for some important messages from work. Then messages directed to her WhatsApp started appearing on the screen. It was a coworker of hers. The conversation was escalating and ended up with pictures, audios, and whatnot while he was masturbating. I took a look at the whole conversation and in the past and read another similar conversation with him. I went to the park and she was all natural. How was your afternoon? I confronted her, and she confessed she had been sexting him for a month and that nothing physical had happened. I don't believe her as they work closely together, and it seemed unfeasible that nothing happened at all. I don't say that they had intercourse, but after reading the conversations, very crude sexual conversations, I cannot believe her. Also, I know him, and he's the type of person that's hugging all women around him. It didn't seem dangerous, but now I think that he's a predator. She started by saying that it was nothing, that nothing happened. I even read some messages of her with a girlfriend, with her friend saying that why was I so upset if it was nothing? Now my wife asked for forgiveness, that she was just playing, but the reality is that I caught them. She didn't come clean and that she's only agreeing with what I read. That is, I suppose, to coincidentally be all that happened, she says. She confessed that had I not caught them, she would have continued with that. I cannot say 100% if something physical happened, but what I read was crude enough. It felt to me like betrayal, infidelity, break of trust. She also started with excuses that we didn't have sex. We had sex 3 days earlier, so she didn't feel attractive, that I didn't commit to her. 1 month before, we decided to look for a house to buy. Just excuses. She could have chosen to do a lot of things before cheating. Now she says that she won't do it again. But she also says that she didn't think she was going to ever be capable of doing what she did. I'm devastated. I'm not excited with anything anymore. The work, the future, my children. I feel depressed, nauseated, tired. Even one day, I got a fever, all night sweating, and the day after that. Another day, I had to take some pills to calm my anxiety. If, before I found out, someone would have told me that she was doing that, I would have told them that that was impossible, that she wouldn't do it. But boy, how wrong I was. I cannot help but think about the last month, how we were laughing watching a TV series where the wife was cheating on her husband, how she was telling me that she had to buy new underwear because everything she had was old. She bought the new underwear, I didn't see it on her. How she was sexting with this man sitting in our sofa with the girls watching TV in front of her. Now she wants to fix the marriage, go to couples therapy, and all, but I cannot see how can I be able to trust her anymore. Was this the first and only time she cheated on me? Is she going to repeat it? Do I only deserve to be with a woman that cheated on me? I went to a therapist to talk about it, and he told me that the relationship can be saved if we both want, but I think I cannot want to save it. Nothing can be done. I told her that I set a deadline to confirm and not my decision of divorcing her at the end of this month, August zero point zero. So I don't rush a very important decision like this one. But I also told her that I currently still think I want a divorce. She's behaving like nothing happened, being super attentive with me, and even talking about our future as if we weren't going to get a divorce. I want to divorce her, but I suffer for my daughters. I'm also afraid of losing what I had for 10 years. Any advice is welcome. Thanks for reading. Update. She continued lying, and I continued looking for the truth to the point of being obsessed. Of course, there was more than just some messages. She admitted kissing him in a couple of occasions. One of them after a work dinner where he took her home, and then she went to bed with me. Of course, I cannot be sure of anything. The trust is broken. I had to go to a psychologist looking for help. I still go, but she helped me realize that I won't have the truth ever or all the truth and know all the details and explanations I wanted. So once my mind understood that, I was able to move on to the next step, deciding should I stay or should I go. And it took me 3 months. It's difficult to break the marriage, your life of the last 10 years, the relationship with your wife, but we are getting a divorce. She didn't want to, and she insisted and begged, but I reached a well-thought decision, and I didn't flinch during our conversations. She minimized everything. It wasn't that important. Are you really going to end this because of that small thing? She always blamed me. What I did has no justification, but you weren't affectionate with me. I didn't feel loved. She victimized herself multiple times. She's now angry with me because I didn't fight for our marriage, because she's the only one who has grown during this crisis, while I haven't really evolved. It's incredible how some minds work. She's the one that cheated on me and betrayed our relationship, but I'm the one who didn't fight. F you. This Friday, I'll leave the house. I'm here so the children have some days to get used to the idea of their parents separating. We told them this past Saturday. We'll have 50-50 custody. The money and assets are already split too. Now I want to look at the future with excitement. I deserve to have a different life alone, or with someone that doesn't cheat on me. What I don't want is to live without being able to trust my couple and having to remember all my life that one time, as far as I know, she chose to be with another man for a month and a week, as far as I know, again because I caught her. Who knows how long it would last if I didn't while she was with me. Thanks everyone for your help. Nothing happened. Just a little bit of sexting and kissing, but definitely not cheating. Bright. It's always a fun game of emotional gymnastics when someone who's been caught cheating wants to play a martyr. Go ahead and look forward to the future. This chapter is officially over. And if she's mad because you didn't fight for the marriage, well, she didn't put up much of a fight either. Trust me. You're better off fighting for yourself, OP. What kind of excuses have you heard from a cheating ex? Share them with us in the comments. And thank you for joining us today on our space. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. Until next time.